Hi friends, how are you? First of all, let me say this is not a motivation video, but I am going to share a powerful tool for helping you to live a stellar life, for helping you to live at your optimal best. So keep watching and I will share that. I wanted to start off by saying this is not a motivational video because there is so much messaging and so much noise in the space right now on social media and the personal development space and business development that you should be doing more and do more, do more, do more. And here's the thing is that part of the problem in our culture is that we are a doing culture. It's been a challenge for me. I am the most susceptible to this, that I should be doing more. Create that online course, start that business, start that side hustle, do whatever you can, do. And my work right now, my Stellar Life project in the last year or so has been slowing down and not doing everything. You know, I've posted before about what a temptation it is for me to do all the things. And we are certainly being invited to do all the things because as we've sort of settled into the new normal of being under isolation and in quarantine and working from home, we've defaulted to our way of handling things. And in our culture, at least North American culture, our way of handling things is by doing more. And the message that if we do more, we'll be better and we'll be good enough. And so we're always looking to do more and to run away from that feeling of not being good enough. And so as we're confronted with those messages of do more and we get caught up in it, I wanted to come on today and share with you a really powerful tool that I use in my life to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, to make sure that I'm filling my tank. I work with other people. I hold space as a coach. I hold space for other people. And that takes a lot of energy. And so I need to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. And even if I weren't doing that work, I have learned that I live my stellar life, I perform optimally when I'm taking care of myself. And so the Stellar Life Project is about living your best life, living in expansion and possibility. And that doesn't mean necessarily doing more. For some people it is. It's like maybe you're not doing enough and you need to step up your game and level up. And that's a part of the Stellar Life Project for some people. But overall, the Stellar Life is about expansion and possibility and living optimally your best life. And so there's a lot of people suggesting to do this, do that, take this course, take that course. And I was like, slow it down. I just want to encourage you to take care of yourself. And so there's a tool that I use. I call it My Life is Stellar When. You might want to call it My Life is Great When. My life works well when. And it was that idea of my life works well was introduced by one of my mentors, and he uses that. And the idea of life working well. But I call it My Life is Stellar When. And I'm going to talk about specifically my life today because I think for me, that's where it all starts, right? Take care of yourself, and then you can get out there in the world and do your work and your impact. And I can talk about how I use this same tool in business on another post. But my life is stellar when, and I have a list of things that I know my life is stellar when these things are happening. And I want to encourage you to make your own list of 10 to 12 things that make your life better when you're doing them. And my list includes things like getting to bed by 10 o'clock at night, drinking enough water, doing yoga every day, doing meditation daily, eating well, food prep. See how those go together? But I really want to eat well. It's important to me, but I suck at food prep. I just don't like doing it. I'd rather be talking to people or doing videos or creating something. And so I love leftovers because it's food prep from the day before. And so I work on that, but that's important to me. And it's a non-negotiable on my list that I eat well, because if I don't perform well. I don't sleep well. I don't think well. I just don't feel great. So all of those things, and I've just given you a few of mine. Others on my list are connecting with people, spending time with my family and my husband, learning. Learning is one of my highest values. I need to make sure I'm learning something. And so right now I'm actually learning about meditation, because just before this whole crisis happened, I've always been a haphazard kind of meditator. And I was kind of going through a phase. I was really busy in my business, and I was like, I don't have time for meditating every day. But I do yoga every day, and I'm committed to that. So I'm just going to incorporate the two, because they kind of go together. And so I stopped meditating, or specifically meditating, a little bit of it in yoga. And kind of really felt it when we got into this crisis. I was like, I am not performing optimally, and I'm not my best. And so I brought back the meditation, and I've actually decided to go deeper and study it a little bit more, because I came across, my own coach introduced me to Emily Fletcher. Emily Fletcher from Ziva Meditation, and I've decided to do an online course with her and learn more about meditation. And I know it's an aside from our list right now, but if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to talk more about it later. But check it out, because what I love about it, it's meditation for real life and real people. It's not monastic style meditation. Anyways, but meditation is one of those things on my list that helps me to feel better and live better. And so what's on your list that makes your life stellar when you do it? You can make a list of 10 to 12 things. Now, disclaimer, this is not a list for you to use against yourself of more things to do. This is about making sure you know what it takes to fill your tank and to take care of yourself. And noticing when you're not doing those things, how it impacts you. And maybe you haven't been doing them in the last few weeks, because I know, like, I work from home, so I'm kind of used to working from home. It hasn't really disrupted my routines much, this change, but for a lot of people it has. And even for me, there's been some disruption to my routines because of this. And I already worked from home, so I can imagine for some people who haven't been working from home, or your business flow has changed, like, it can be really disruptive. And our habits are super easy to break. Like, as I said, the other day, I didn't drink enough water one day, and I was like, I don't even know how that happened, because I have a routine around my water drinking, and somehow I got off of it. So it's really easy to break those habits. And it's another thing I love about the meditation learning that I'm doing right now, is that Ziva Meditation with Emily Fletcher is really rooted in an awareness of how meditation impacts our brains. And I love anything that talks about how my brain is functioning and how I can make my brain function better. So that's really cool. So again, don't use this list against yourself as more things to do. I want you to make your list of 10 to 12 things that your life is stellar when, your life is great when, however you want to phrase it. And then choose 1 to 3 of those things and make sure you do them every single day. And so they can be different. You want to mix and match. I've layered over time, and I do most of the things on my list every day, with the exception of food prep and maybe seeing friends, because that's important to me too, but I don't get to see them every day. But I have a couple of things on that list that are, if I do them 2 to 3 times a week, that works for me. So again, I don't necessarily do all of them every day, but I do a lot of them every day. So my day starts with meditation, my bullet journal, not necessarily in that order, my yoga and exercise. I'm doing a green smoothie right now, a green juice thing, and a water and lemon, and the MTC mixture from Aura Nutrition. And that's how I start my day. And then I get into my business and other things after I've done those things for myself, where I fill my tank. So what is it going to take for you to be performing at your best? And not even performing, just being your best, living your best, feeling your best. Make a list, do that. Okay? I will see you soon. Love and light to you all. Namaste.